the little altercation with Fenoy,
Absolutely.
who is running for commissioner. Is that how he's going to deal with my concerns if I go and ask?
That's a good question. The question was I the same guy that got mixed up with Fenoy? Absolutely. And I hope, pray to God, he gets elected because this shadow government's going to work on it. We're going to hold him accountable. But I hope he's a better commissioner than he is a Coliseum Authority member, because his voting record was horrible, his attendance policy was horrible, and he created enough confusion and hate. He spews hate. Except for now. Yeah, I appreciate you asking that question. And I am embarrassed about that, and I'm ashamed, but I am convinced in my heart I was set up. There was 2 entrances to get in there. He broke my space. He insulted me. He bumped my chest. I said I'd defend myself. Well, that's yesterday's news. It's gone. It's forgotten. I'm not going to dwell on it. Yes, ma'am.
What do you think the chances are of the commission holding the meetings at 6 p.m.? I work at Savannah Riverside.
Great idea.
And
Great idea.
I think it is.
sorry,
I'm glad
I
that it
forgot
got
to
written
bring that
down.
up.
I wanted to know, what
That's
do you think
that's
the
one of my
chances
stated
are?
goals is I want to move the meetings to 6 o'clock. I'm going to bring that before the commission. I apologize. I completely forgot. This is kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh, no,
6
that's fine.
o'clock.
I just-
Can come to the meetings. So
Yeah.
average people,
I mean, I've
average
wanted
workers
to
can
come to the
the
meetings, but
Yeah.
Everybody here thinks 6 o'clock's a good idea? Raise your hand.
Yes.
Yay!
Definitely.
Okay. Yes, sir, Mr. Chief.
Let me quote my good friend Jerry Brigham when this was brought up in about 2001. We'll hold the meetings at 6 o'clock when more people start attending at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
That is a quote.
We don't have any leaders. We have real businessmen. They can't leave their jobs to go to a commission meeting.
Well, even employees. I mean, not just businessmen, but employees who have brains. I'm no
Any more
businessman.
questions or comments?
What do you want on these index cards?
If you want to help, either host Italian, put your name, address, telephone number, email. We'll have somebody get in touch with you. We have a website and we have a tip hotline, and believe me, the tip hotline is working. And we've been able to solve a lot of these. But guess what? I'm going to tell you the story, how shocking it was and how we solved it. We got a phone call on our tip hotline that the school board had bought contaminated property. They had bought the old Southeastern Equipment property, and where John Smith had buried non-porous material on that property instead of taking it to the dump. We're talking about trucks, tanks. We're talking about tires. How many tires are buried on this property? But the school board bought it. The school board bought it. What a huge liability. Now, they did phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 environmental studies, and the EPA said it's okay, but why would any entity take on that kind of liability? You know, with the old World War II stuff, it had radioactive parts. We don't know, and it's non-porous material. You're not supposed to bury that. And if we do have to dig it up, it's going to take us $5 a tire to take it to the dump. So we got on the phone and we called, and sure enough, they had bought it, but they had done the EPA testings. The EPA signed off on it. So that's one of the tips that came in on the phone tip hotline, which didn't pan out. But we've gotten some other tips, I promise. It just takes a long time to check these things out. Okay, no more questions, comments, or anything? Yes, sir.
About the tea center, do you consider that was a treason to the willing of the people that they still cannot agree on build it?
I'm going to bite my tongue on the tea center, and I'm going to tell you why. I want to give the steering committee one last chance to pull this thing together. I don't want to muddy the waters. It looks like they're making progress. I stayed away from the tea center on purpose tonight, but it's a great comment. But I promise you, if they don't come to something pretty soon, it's going to be on the plate. It's going to be on the plate. I need help, guys. I need help. I've not ever asked you for one dime. Everything that comes out of here comes off my hip. Let me tell you what I'm planning on doing. And I'm going to do this. The city council doesn't have to worry about Woody Mary's going to do this. I'm going to bring some consultants in to look at the health care plan. I'm going to bring some consultants in to look at the pension plan. I'm going to bring these people in. I ain't got to worry about the commissioner doing it because they'll get lost in committee. But I promise you, those two things will happen. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to make a comment. Mr. Cheeks is sitting down here. Back when he was on the commission, when he brought this up about the canal, about building on the canal, and do you realize, or they should have realized, the number of jobs and businesses that they would have brought in? But now, instead of beautifying the canal, they want to bring in a trolley.
Yeah.
What kind of businesses and what kind of jobs is that going to bring in?
That's a study that somebody's paying for. That's a money pit that can't happen. I forgot the number for the trolley, but it was astronomical to do it, and we don't have the infrastructure to support it. But let me tell you, while you're there, this is the stuff that comes in on the phone tip hotline. $500,000 was spent on improving the third level of the canal. I've been down the canal. It's really cool. It is really cool. But where did the $500,000 go? I didn't see anything come up for bids. I didn't read about it, but they spent $500,000 on the third. Andy, you're down there all the time. Do you see $500,000 on the canal?
It sure wasn't used to clean up the new area.
So wait a minute. Where did that go? Hey, Kathy, let's add that to our list. Well, if you've noticed, I've come pretty stinking close to almost eliminating that deficit by just being smart with our money. By not taking care of our friends, cousins, and relatives, but taking care of the community. And I'm going to say this with all my heart. We've got to love one another. Black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, I don't care. I've been able to beat out. They're calling me a racist. I've been able to beat out. They're calling me a little dweeb. I've been able to beat them out because everybody knows in my heart I am race neutral. They cannot pin that rap on me and it won't stick. But when they get in trouble, oh, he's a racist. Hey, I said the racist word again. Race, get over it. Get over it. Get over it. You can clap now because I'm through. Go home.